Are you a business owner looking to secure your financial future and create a lasting legacy? I'm Leah Garcia, a financial strategist and insurance professional, and I specialize in guiding businesses with up to 50 employees on how to effectively protect and transfer their wealth. We break down silos with my unique approach, the Wall of Wealth. Imagine a seamless collaboration among your CPA, tax attorney, estate planner, and insurance expert, each playing their part in perfect harmony, ensuring your financial strategy is not just effective, but a true masterpiece. My passion stems from my own journey, from growing up on food stamps to dreaming of building community centers that empower others. Together, we'll craft a roadmap that not only safeguards your assets, but also nurtures generational wealth for your loved ones. Let's transform your vision into reality. After all, you can't measure the heart of a champion just by looking at them. Join me, and let's make your financial future shine.
All right. Well, it is Thursday, and it is our Thursday to Thrive here, and we talk about all things zero net cost benefits. And I love zero net cost benefits. I truly believe that this is the way of the future. And what is zero net cost benefits? Today's topic is zero cost maximum choice, the future of employee benefits. Zero cost maximum choice, the future of employee benefits. You know, there was a day when if you worked for an employer, it didn't matter where you worked, you got a pension and you got employee benefits. It was just part of the deal. That's just the way it worked. It didn't matter if you had an executive position or you were just somebody starting out. I had my first job out of high school was working at JCPenney's, and I got benefits through there because that was just how they did it. These days, benefits have kind of evolved a lot, and now many employers are scaling them back unless they're really required. If they have at least 50 or more full-time employees, they're not by law required to offer benefits. So many employers without less than 50 employees, they will forego the benefits. They won't even have the discussion. They think it's off the table. They think that it's unaffordable, that it's something that's too much to manage. They don't have an HR department, so it's just too much that they can't even put it on their plate. Well, with zero net cost benefits, every employer with at least 20 full-time employees can absolutely have access to employee benefits. And think of the value. Think of the opportunity for your employees to have benefits that cost them no out-of-pocket benefits. Things like telemedicine. That's an incredible program. That's part of the package that is embedded in these zero net cost benefits. And I know we used this during the pandemic when my precious grandson was 6 months old and he actually got a fever. We didn't want to take him into the emergency room, but you know that he was 6 months old. We wanted to know how we could support him. And we actually called the telemedicine. They gave us a laundry list of things to do to help him to bring down the fever. And it was an incredible situation. What if you could actually allow your valued employees to have access to a program like that? How much would they save on co-pays and doctor visits and stress, gas, all of those things? And when you can offer this package, it brings up the morale. You're able to give more to them financially because you're not having to take a lot of off the table to support them with employee benefits. I just think this is the way of the future. Every company, in my humble opinion, going forward is going to access these zero net cost benefits. Right now, we only have about 2% market share, but we've got so many employees and employers who need these benefits. We've got a lot of work to do. And it really is something that you can add value. You can do this for no out-of-pocket expense to you, no out-of-pocket expense to your valued employees, and allow them to have some rich, robust benefits. And they're also customizable. So they have some additional options that they could add. They could add things like life insurance. They could add some disability plans and dental and vision. So there's a lot of customizations, and every single employee, this is one thing I love, is every single employee qualifies for their own little shopping cart. And so they actually are able to go and do the shopping for their benefits and put together a package that makes sense for them, for their family. So many employers offer a cookie cutter deal. And I get it. They've got many choices and they can't give everybody everything they want. So the employer will kind of sit down with the benefit coordinator and put something together. And it's kind of a one size fits all. They offer the same benefit to everyone. Well, at least they're offering benefits. Well, with the zero net cost benefit, it is a way that they can customize the solution based on every valued employee. And I love that. I think that's incredible. So with that being said, tonight's not about me. It's about my incredible team. And I'd love to hear from them and what they'd like to share. So kick us off, Miss Christina.
Happy Thursday, everybody. So we're here to address employers that are experiencing difficulties staying in business, retaining workforces. Uh, they see the numbers, you can see the numbers fluctuate up and down. And when it comes down to explaining them, you look at your workforce and you find out, oh, we lost 3 employees this month, 5 employees last month, so we cannot meet the budget, right? So those things happens, and then you're gonna have to go either deal with it or explaining it to a board. So what's happening is it's really hard to retain an healthy workforce, a workforce that don't have to go and retrain every 5 minutes. I was watching the news the other day, and it said, okay, the layoffs have come down. We're not laying off people anymore right now, but uh, the unemployment rate is not going up either. Well, what do you think? It's not going up either because those people that are no longer employed because they lost their jobs actually starting businesses that are going to compete with the businesses they probably left. So that's what's going on. More people want to customize their life. They want to be able to have flexibility. They want to be able to choose what they're going to pay for with the money that they bring in. They want to be able to choose, what their schedule is going to be like, have the kind of flexibility. And they're just going to want to be able to build something of their own. It doesn't mean that actually going to a 9 to 5 is a bad thing. Some people love having a 9 to 5 job, and they're really grateful to be part of the company. They can really feel embraced and part of. But there has to be something in it for them, right? Maybe they believe in the mission. Maybe they think this is such a great work culture. I would just come here every day, even if I didn't have all the perks that I'm looking for, right? Even if I would earn less money. And one of the things that is going to help is giving that feeling to an employee where they're going to giving these 8 hours of their life to this company is actually enhancing their life. It's not just about benefits per se, the traditional one. Okay, I got the package. I can go to the hospital. I can go and pay my copay. This is what it's going to cost me. Medical, dental, vision. It is a little bit more than that. It is being able to choose as needed, when needed. So if for this period of time I want to add the vision plan, I can. If I think I want to drop something and take advantage of something like telehealth, I can. And why? Because people are talking to each other. They're talking to each other on this amazing platform that we're using here today, LinkedIn, and they're finding out, well, what do you get? How do you go on with your life? I don't go heavy to the doctor. I don't have a doctor's appointments every other month because I take advantage of telemedicine a lot, right? So what we're offering here, we're talking about here is exactly that. It's almost benefits on demand, right? Being able to customize what you need. But for you, is being able to offer something that is going to help you enhance company culture, and retain company culture, retain valuable employees.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got some fans, Miss Christina. I'd love your new logo. Are you in Miami? We're not sure where you're tuning in from. So good stuff. Let us know. We are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We're here every single Thursday talking about zero net cost benefits. And really, it's about bringing value to our community. It really is. If you're an employer and you have at least 20 full-time employees and you want to increase that company culture, you want to empower your employees to be able to make some choices that are going to benefit them and their family. Have an opportunity to customize the solution that is the most suited for them. I mean, you're paying for these benefits anyway. You might as well give your employees, your valued employees, an opportunity to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So I love that. Great, great point. So next up, I'd like to hear from you, Mr. Tim Keller. What do you got to drop on us? What are your golden nuggets you want to share with us this evening?
My golden nugget is that I need to find a way to block the comments section while I'm on live because I get way too distracted by it. What I always like to focus on is the benefits that these give to the employees, mostly because I'm usually an employee. And what I really love is that just it doesn't cost the employees anything. It's and you get access to thousands of pharmacies, thousands of different drugs, and it's amazing that the things that are offered by this program. And it's just great to be able to help someone through the whole process from start to finish, because that's what we do. And I really enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because really what we are is we're business owner advocates. We're here to support you from the very beginning all the way through the enrollment process and beyond, and give you that white glove service. Many small employer groups do not have an HR department. So when they think of adding benefits, it sounds too much. They seem overwhelmed. They think that it's another thing, another plate that they have to spin. But we're really there to support them and to take some things off of their plate, and at the same time afford them the opportunity to give their employee this incredible benefits. I absolutely love the drug program. I always tell people, listen, I got a drug dealer. Just kidding, not really. But if you've got medications that are costly, I just sat down with a client and his medication was going to be over $500 a month. And that can get really deep into your pockets, right? So do you have access to over I don't know, several hundreds, and even I think it's a couple of thousand prescriptions that are at low cost? And these are some of the most common prescriptions, things that you might have heard: blood pressure medications, diabetes, cholesterol. And a lot of these medications can get really, really costly. At the same time, I just sat down with another client, and the medication that their doctor prescribed was over $23,000 a month. Yes, you heard me right. Over $23,000 a month. I mean, even on a discount, that's going to take food off the table. That's going to be uncomfortable. So the cost of medications can really be something that we can give some opportunities for employees to be able to access those prescriptions. And a lot of them are at zero, are very low cost medications. So thank you so much, Tim. And next up, I want to hear from you, Miss Sharon. Drop some gold on us.
Okay, well, first, thank you everybody for joining us live. Thank you everybody for joining us on Team Replay. We're so glad that you're here. I happened to see a comment from Cooper in the audience, and I just wanted to address that along with what I wanted to say, where Cooper, you were saying that, employers have to let go of focusing on cost optimization in order to be able to do these things. But that's the wonderful thing about this program. This program actually allows the employer to pay attention to cost optimization and still give these white glove benefits and service to their valued employees. You see, because what most people don't know about this program is that the business owner is already paying for these benefits. These benefits are coming out of their tax deductions every 2 weeks. And if you don't use these benefits to give to your employees, somebody else's business is benefiting from you not taking advantage of this. So instead of you giving money away every 2 weeks, this is a way for you to put money back into your business if you're the business owner, and it's a way to keep your employees money in their paychecks, because any of these services that your employees are getting are zero out of pocket expense to them. So it really is, this is one of the only programs that I know of right now in existence that really plays into cost optimization and allows employers to offer benefits to their valued employees. And the other thing I just wanted to add really quick is I was talking to a few clients this week, and they're between jobs right now because they got downsized, let go, whatever term you want to use. And so now they have no insurance because they can't afford the Cobra, because Cobra's like ridiculously expensive in most situations. And so they're without their medication. So with a program like this, you can, like Leah said, you can access 800 of the most commonly prescribed medications, even the ones that are considered some of the most expensive. So this really does play into you being able to keep your valued employees and even attract new employees that will become valued and will become loyal to you, because many people today will take a decrease in their salary to ensure that they have access to health benefits for themselves and their families, to medications for themselves and their families, to a retirement fund, because those things are just as important, if not in some ways more important, than a weekly, than a little bit of a less weekly salary. Because when inflation's this high anyway, the little bit that you're going to lose in salary isn't going to help you as much as having access to the benefits that'll give you access to expensive things like healthcare, life insurance, and life insurance with living benefits and all that stuff. So that's what I wanted to add, and I'll land it there for now, Leah. Thanks.
Yeah, I love that. And really what we're talking about is we're just reallocating those taxes, right? They're in one pocket right now. We're just going to transition and put some of them in the right pocket. So the employee at the end of the day receives their same check. It doesn't impact their check at the end of the day. All we're doing is we're reallocating the taxes through their payroll. That's it. And it's an economic relief program that is afforded to business owners. Listen, there are many economic relief programs. And we've got programs for cell phones. There's economic relief programs for housing. There's economic relief programs for babysitting and food. This is an economic relief program suited for business owners with at least 20 full-time employees that do not have benefits, or they would like to supplement the benefits that they are currently offering. So I love that. Great points. And it really is about encouraging and uplifting our community, not just our community at work, but our community at large. So I do appreciate that. And then last but not least, I'd like to hear from you, Mr. Zachary. What's some golden nuggets you want to share with us this evening?
What is happening, y'all? It is great to be here on this thriving Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well. I got to tell you, first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Zach Simon. I'm a doctoral student in clinical psychology, and I work directly in the healthcare system. And I want to let y'all know on a little inside scoop. My caseload is growing, and it's growing with people who have recently been in a car accident. And they are able to see my services and see a physical therapist because their employers paid for it. And I gotta let you guys know, it is super rare in my caseload that people have an employer that can pay for me as their therapist and a physical therapist. And that's super dope that they had that choice. And if you're listening to this, I mean, giving your employees choice in the type of services that they need is so underrated and yet so necessary. It can be the difference maker in why someone would want to work for you. A lot of people that I work with in the field of mental health, a lot of the clients that I see are doing things and making life choices based on what's good for them. And so some of my clients are choosing not to go into certain careers because that career is not lucrative to their physical and mental well-being. So if you are an employer that can provide healthcare insurance, adequate, healthcare insurance, you become an attractive competitor in your market. I got to tell you, I mean, your employees that are my clients that I see in therapy, they are so much happier in life when they know that they have the healthcare that they need. They are so much wiser. They are so much productive when they can get the healthcare that they need. I tell you, like, I see a lot of clients that have chronic back pain because they're sitting in cubicles. I see a lot of clients that have anxiety and depression because they're going through a lot of stress at work and at home. And they're taking their work to home, taking it out on their family. And so I have the inside scoop in therapy, what's actually going on, what's actually happening, and how their mental and physical health drained from work is carried over into their life. So just by offering that choice of healthcare insurance, you can be the difference maker in how productive your employees are. And I hope you really sit with that this choice of zero net cost benefits is a win-win. It's a win to you because you're saving money, and it's a win to your employees because they're living a happier and better life. So thank you, and I hope you sit with that.
Yeah, that is so good. And, back in my day, dope had a different meaning, but I'm picking up what you're putting down, Zachary. I'm smelling what you're cooking. Here's the thing, is that there used to be this thing where we said our work and family are separate. We go to work, we don't talk about our family, we go to work, and we come home and we don't really talk about work. Well, those days are over. It really is more of a holistic way for us to live. And in my humble opinion, it's the way that it should be, because we spend a lot of time at work. So of course we're going to talk about our family. That's important to us. And at the same time, because we do spend a lot of time at work, we probably want to share some of what we do with our family. So gone are the days when it's completely separate and we don't commingle the two. It really, in order to have a truly well-being, really to have good mental health, we can't ignore the mental health aspect of our employees' good health. We really can't. And there are many ways that the zero net cost benefit does support your employees' mental health. They have access to telemedicine. They have access to mental health communities and supports, and there's a lot of different programs for them. And these are all incorporated into the package. It is a one-size kind of solution, and then they can add additional benefits to that. So thank you so much, Zachary. I think you're so dope. I'm gonna like try to embrace that word. Because it meant something different, but you guys know what I mean. It's okay. If you're my Gen X, we know what we're talking about, but that's all right. So I love that. And we're going to real quick wind this up here. We have a little tradition where we offer a word of wisdom, a quote. And my quote that I wanted to share, I'm just really feeling a real sense of community. That's what we're doing, is we're building a community so that we can help you as the employer to build your own community, to build up your own community with your valued employees. And so Mother Teresa said, you can do what I cannot do. I can do what you cannot do. Together, we can do great things. That's by Mother Teresa. And that's what we're doing here. We're having a collaboration. We're having a mastermind. And that, to me, it's iron sharpens iron as one man or woman sharpens another. And that's where we really bring our true value. That's where really we can have that opportunity to really shine, is when we're able to work together and feed off one another. So anyone else? Kidding. No, wait, there's no, it's dope. We're not on dope. We are dope, okay? Anyone else have a quote they'd like to share?
I'll share. Uh, okay. My quote is this. I don't have the source, might be anonymous, I'm not sure. Many people probably paraphrased it. It's a successful team is a work of many hands and the work of one mind. In other words, we all have to go, in the same direction, have the same strong belief so that we can actually progress together. And that's part of what we're doing here. I love this team that we built here. And real quick, 2 words for today, in case you just joined or just got bits and pieces of this event. This event was about really the future of work, what's going on, and about choice, right? People are choosing to work, people are choosing not to work. But also, Leah said it perfectly. With some things we bring home from work, and some things we bring to work from home. And this is also this can restore the choice on your employees to keep things separately, right? This preventative care management program, it can live together with the existing offerings that you're offering your employees, but now you're giving them a choice. Signing up for this relief program, which includes, all the nice things that we described, telemedicine, this and that, but no copay, and no money of their paycheck to pay towards insurance or whatever other package you offer. So you don't have to eliminate your package. So this is about things are changing in the landscape of work. People want choice. They want maximum choice. And with this, you can give your employees choice.
Absolutely. And we all want more choices in this world, right? We're tired of not being able to make the choice that we want that's best for us. Anyone else?
Yeah, I had one. So usually I'll steal Chris Rock's "We're all gonna die, but at least with insurance you die on a mattress." But when you were talking about the way things have changed, it reminded me of what my grandfather, my mom's dad, used to say about his work, which was, "Listen, I don't care what happens. When I die, throw me over the fence at work so I die on work property." Because the benefits that were offered from the city were just that amazing. So that was where he was the only person I can think of that didn't want to die on a mattress. He wanted to die at work.
There you go. And I have nothing to add to that, Tim. But remember, this program is really incredible. So there you go. How about you, Ms. Sharon?
Yeah, so one of my mentors, Mary Morrissey, says that, I may not be quoting it exactly as she says it, but you can climb Mount Everest if you take baby steps. Just as much you can get to the top if you take baby steps, just the same way that you can get to the top, if you take bigger steps. It's not about the size of the steps you take, it's about keeping your feet in motion. So
Absolutely.
take action and you'll get to your desired destination. It's when you don't move your feet and you don't take action that you're going to be standing still.
Absolutely. I love that. I say done beats perfect, even if it's imperfect action, right? You're going to learn through the action. You're going to actually learn through the process. So great quote. I love that. How about you, Mr. Zach?
Yes, I actually do have a quote. It is not taboo to go back and fetch what you forgot. This is connected to the Sankofa bird. Sankofa is a bird from Ghana, and it just reminds me of the importance of remembering wisdom and knowledge from the past and being able to imagine and wonder what your future looks like.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I absolutely love that. This show always goes so fast. We appreciate all of you. Thank you, Kenny, for inviting everyone. Great to see you, Miss Lisa Pavek. You're going to be a guest speaker on my Wealthy Wednesday show coming up. And Miss Crystal, great to see you. Appreciate all the love and support. And if you're an employee, a full-time employee, and you do not have benefits, or you have high deductibles, high co-pays, and you want to refer us to your employer, you could receive a $250 referral fee if your employer decides to go forward with the program. And remember, there are no broker fees here. There's no enrollment fees. There's no tax returns required. There's no credit check. This is an incredible program that's an economic relief program that truly is a win-win. It's a win for you as the employer, because as you offer these benefits, you're going to see the morale of your company go up. You're going to see the attendance go up. You're going to have better community within your existing employees. And at the same time, your employees are going to enjoy the benefits that they receive at no out-of-pocket expense for them. It's good for you, it's good for the community, and it's good for the culture of your business. It's about the reputation. Listen, we're all building a reputation. If you don't know it, whether or not you're on social media, you have a brand. What is your brand saying about you? And that's what people say about you when you're not in the room. What are your employees saying about you? What are your employees saying on their social media? Are they tagging their other friends? Are they telling people that they love where they work? Are they telling people about the good things that you do for them? Or are they maybe not so happy there? Or maybe they're secretly looking for another job and you're not aware of it. So if you're a full-time employee going without benefits, please reach out to us. At the same time, if you're an employer and you would like to have a conversation and take a deeper look at this program, you can reach out to any one of us. We also are going to have a deep dive on September 18th next week. That's next Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So tag somebody who needs to hear this. Please reshare this. We appreciate you. And if you have any questions, put in the comments and we will be sure to reach out to you. So that's going to do it for us on this Thursday to Thrive. Remember, we're here every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, wherever that is in your neck of the woods. Miss Sharon's in New York, so it's much later there, but we appreciate all you. We appreciate the comments. And that's going to do it for us on this Thursday to Thrive. Remember, this is your year to rise up and thrive and make it the best year of your life. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good evening. Or maybe we'll just stay here for a minute. I'm not sure. You know, sometimes technology is technology. So there you go. Thanks, everybody.